Hello everyone, happy Sunday, happy 5th of July. I hope everyone made it through the 4th. Well, I've got friends coming over a little bit later, and we're doing kind of like a potluck, and I wanted to make a few desserts, and I just wanted to show that even with something store-bought or pre-made, that you can still make it something really special and good, and keep it really quick and simple. So today what I want to make is basically kind of like a strawberry shortcake, but taken up a little bit more. And then we're going to do a classic poke cake. And the poke cake, I've just pre-baked a devil's food cake. Real simple, chocolate cake, can never go wrong with it. And what we're going to do is we're going to convert that into an Oreo cookie and cream cake. And this is serving a double purpose because one, like I said, I have some friends coming over, but two, this is my birthday cake for one of my subscribers whose birthday is coming up, and also a dear friend of mine who's coming up. So let's have some fun. Let's see how quick and easy we can pull off not one but two desserts. So we have over here my board. A lot of the times you may have seen these things in the shops, and it's really just a sponge cake that has been pre-baked, and I find a lot of the time the hardest thing is getting it out of here in one piece. So I'm just putting it on normal plate. Keep it real easy. I thought I had garbage bag there. And what we're going to do actually now is, so like I said, this is just something I bought in the store. You can get them all the time. Most of the time it's actually right next to where they keep the Angel food cups for a strawberry shortcake. So I've got my mixing bowl. We have 2 cups of whipped cream, and oops, we have my little handy dandy immersion blender, and I don't want to go too crazy on whipping this. I just want to get it thickened so that'll stand up by itself. If you don't have an immersion blender, oops, sorry. You can see my volumes are a little bit high. Turn that down a bit. There we are. If you don't have an immersion blender, it's okay. You can use a standard blender. If you have like a KitchenAid, you can use that too. It's just, this is handy and it's real quick and easy to clean, so. Once you see it starting to thicken like this has, we can add, I need space to put stuff. Okay, you sit up there. We can add some sugar, because we want this a little bit sweetened. We don't want it too sweet because, like I say, we are doing like a shortcake. So I'm just putting in like 2 teaspoons, sorry, of sugar. And two capfuls of vanilla extract. And this will just help give it a nice little flavor. So we'll blend that in. And that's that. I say, there. We shouldn't have to peek out the microphone anymore. I just want it thickened, but I don't want it so thick that I'm almost getting butter. And of course, give it a little taste to see for sweetness and everything. Perfect. So our cake comes back. Our whipped cream is now going to go down onto our flan. Just going to spread that out a little bit. Doesn't have to be perfect. Real easy. And then of course we need our fruit. Now traditional strawberry shortcake, needless to say, is, well, just strawberries. And I was able to get my hands on some incredible Quebec strawberries. These things, they aren't the biggest strawberries you're ever going to see, but man, they are just so sweet. So all I'm doing is I'm cutting the edge off. And you can just go around the edge. Again, I'm not trying to be super fancy. I just want to try and get these done quick. Now this you can do beforehand, but not too far ahead, because that whipped cream will tend to make things a little bit on the soggy side. Of course, you can take more time and make it more fancy if you want, but my friends aren't that impressed by fancy food. They just want food that tastes good. So as you see, just taking a very simple store-bought cake. Whoops. Sorry about that. That was actually one of them calling. So now, if we want, we could leave it at that and it'd be really, really nice. But it looks kind of plain. So we've got some really nice blueberries that are in season as well. So we can just put a ring of these down. You can see I'm really not being fancy with this. They're just being tossed, and where they land, they land. Try and keep at least them together. There we go. And already that's looking good. That would be a nice cake, yes, as of yesterday, for a 4th of July or something. But I was able to get my hands also on some raspberries. So let's just finish it off in the middle with some simple raspberries. So now we've got different flavors. Got some that are really sweet, some that are a little tart. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect. And there we are. A real fast, simple. You can't get much easier. It's all we did really was whip up some whipped cream. We just whipped up a little whipped cream, topped it with some fruit, put it on a simple store-bought cake, and guess what? We're done. This, I'm just going to put in the fridge for now. And our first dessert is done. So you can see, just using simple little things, you can make these incredible desserts that are so simple to make. To go to the store and buy something like that, they're going to charge you 10, 15, 20 bucks. It took us, what, 5 minutes? And they're using the same stuff we are? So sometimes the easiest things to do are the nicest things to do. So that's why I want to do that. My next one here, a little bit harder to do, not much. Excuse me. But again, it is so good and so simple to do. Like I say, it's a poke cake. And for those of you who don't know what that is, you take a normal cake that you bake up, poke a bunch of holes in it. You can either pour Jello over it and then let it set, then top that with whipped cream. But we already have whipped cream, and I figured a little bit too much. So I'm going to do this with some vanilla pudding, and of course Oreos, being an Oreo cream cake. And we'll show you just how simple this can be. I am just going to very quickly rinse off my spatula. And the bowl. No point making extra dishes. We're gonna, well, let's try and figure this out. We should be, with any luck, in the new place really soon. So I'll have a lot more space to work and do different videos, some more elaborate, or at least be more prepared for them. So, as I said, I made just a standard Duncan Hines devil's food cake. You can do this with white cake or golden cake. If you want to do, say, a take on a strawberry shortcake but doing a poke, you can bake up a golden cake, poke your holes all over it, pour some Jello that you make according to the recipe, put that in the fridge. When it's all set up after a couple of hours, just put some whipped cream and top it with berries, and you can have a strawberry shortcake like that. But for now, what we're going to do is move this out of the way. We're going to get this bowl back, and we're going for just, some straightforward, no cook vanilla pudding. Super easy. This is all about speed, but still wanting something that tastes really good when you're done. And it's been so long since I've made Jello. Yeah, 3 cups of milk, so I was right. So out comes the good old Canadian jug of milk. or bag of milk. And we're going to go 1, 2. Now, normally, like as I said, it calls for 3 cups of milk. I'm going with 2.5 cups because I want it a bit thicker. I want this to be able to, I don't want to say stand up by itself, but I want to be able, I don't want it just to soak up and all dissolve into the cake. So this we just quickly mix. And you can even take some whipped cream and replace part of the milk with the whipped cream, and it's really nice. Comes out almost like a vanilla mousse. So we just want to mix this till we hear there's no more sugar floating around on the bottom. And we can see it's starting to thicken up. So again, standard box cake. Can't get much easier than that. A box of Jell-O, and that's done. Again, we can't get much simpler. I'm trying to keep these as easy as possible. Now, using either a wooden spoon or, as I'm doing, my spatula, because it's got a nice big handle on it. Just want to poke a bunch of holes. You can poke more if you want. Do more over on this side because it's a bit thicker. A couple more down here. Again, you haven't done anything too hard. And that 1 or 2 seconds that we left this on the side, that's thickened up. And now this goes on top of our cake. So yeah, it's another way of frosting a cake, but it's that little bit more, it's that little bit extra. And it's just, again, turning something as standard as a simple white cake, or simple cake mix into something a little bit more special. So this, we're just spreading over. I want to try and get it a little even. I'm not worried if it's not, because this, some of it's going to soak into the cake, some of it's going to drip down into those holes. And for me, that's good. Like I said, I'm not fussy. Next, we have our Oreos. And is this one with the pull top, or went and got a nice big bag, and I even got the double stuff. Now, I want people to know these are Oreos. So, if you really want, you can put them in a bag, crush them up, whatever, but I'm just taking some of my hands, cracking them by hand, and sprinkling them right on top. So that was about 4 cookies. If I get big chunks, that's great. People see, hey, he actually used the real Oreos. He didn't cheap out on store brand Oreos. And just sort of get that a little level. You want to make sure everyone gets some. There we go. Give my hands a quick wash. And we could leave it at that, and it's nice, but I went and got some cookie and cream chocolate. There we go. Just standard Hershey bar. There we go. Get that all peeled off. Move my cake aside for a sec. And this, now I can just get my knife. Because this I just want as little pieces. Now I'm just using my knife because it's sharp and I can do it. But you can do this with a cheese grater or just pulse it in the food processor a few times. And that's fine. I picked up 2 of these bars, but I'm looking, and 1 is going to be enough. So that means I've got a snack. For after the video. Just pass it through a few more times. There we go. I'm going to do this off cam just because I'm my board. Got a little sprinkle. The Oreo, or I can't call this one Oreo, cookies and cream over the board. Again, quick wipe down. Get that out of the way. And there we are. Real fast, real simple, easy. 2 desserts, 15 minutes. You can't go wrong with that. I'm just moving that over. There we go. I still have chocolate and Oreo crumbs on me. So once again, sometimes taking the simplest things, but just doing a little change to it. You can take it from every day, wiping my counter down as we talk. You can take it from, yeah, it's done, to bringing it out to the table and everyone going like, wow, you did that? So quick, so simple, flavors everyone loves. In the fridge we have that fresh fruit tart, little playful spin on a strawberry shortcake, except done as a cake, not an individual, with some blueberries, some raspberries, and of course some gorgeous strawberries. They're still sitting here. Just like eating little balls of sugar. If the strawberries you get aren't that sweet, just slice them up, sprinkle a little bit of sugar on them, and let them sit for 10 or 15 minutes. Now, it's not going to look the same on your cake because it is sliced up, but they'll taste super sweet and they'll be really, really nice. So, there's 2 really fast, really simple, delicious ideas. I just remembered I bought a little tube of M&Ms to put on the cake because when the friend who's coming over, whose birthday it is, she is an M&M freak. She could live off these things. So I'm going to sprinkle those on there as well. To my friend and subscriber, Linda, thank you very, very much. This cake is partially for you, even though I know you're not going to get a chance to try it. I'll have an extra piece on your behalf. So, I would normally cut into these, try them out, but because I said these are for guests, I don't want to serve them at the table and have pieces missing out of them. It'd be hard to explain. Oh yeah, I use this as part of my YouTube video, so please give them a try. Play around with the poke cake. Try it with different things. There's tons of recipes on the internet. Create your own. One of my absolute favorites is a vanilla cake, an orange jello, and then a real thick whipped cream that I've really dosed up with vanilla, and it becomes like an orange float, an orange creamsicle or an orange float. Really, really good. So there we go. It's a real quick video. It's real easy, but it's really impressive, and your friends, I can promise you, will love it. Change up the fruits depending on what's in season, or according to your own tastes. Maybe you don't like strawberries, maybe you're allergic to strawberries. Put another fruit on there. I've done that with peaches, plums, and nectarines, and it was incredible. So, have fun with it. It's dessert. You can never go wrong with dessert. So, to my returning subscribers, thank you ever so much for checking out my latest video. To my new followers, please hit that subscribe button, and everyone hit that like button. Show YouTube that you like the content that I create for you guys. As always, leave a comment down below, and if you like what I'm doing, tell me so. If you don't like what I'm doing, tell me so. I only get better with your input. So, until next time, my name is Andrew, and the 5 p.m. Chef. Until we meet again, thanks for stopping by.